What's going on, guys? It's me, Tristan, back at it again with another snowmobile video. Today we're going to show you how to change the spark plugs on your ETEC snowmobile without removing the hood, without having to go through all that crazy crap. It's going to be really simple. This is a 600 ETEC. This is going to be the same thing for the 800 ETEC. It's just going to be a little tighter. It's going to look a little different, but it's going to be the same thing. There's a couple tools you're going to need and a little bit of elbow grease, and you can get this done in 10-15 minutes. All right, guys, so here we have a stubby 1/4-inch drive ratchet, super small, low profile, and we have a 16mm socket here with an adapter for this. If you don't have an adapter, it doesn't matter, you save room, but I had to use an adapter. You get a tiny little 1/4-inch or 3/8 drive ratchet that's short, low profile, and a 16mm spark plugs, most important part. NGK P7F R6F. That's what we're using here today for the 600 ETEC. Make sure you have the right spark plugs for your machine. Go ahead and do a little Google search on it before you put the plugs in your machine. I've seen people putting BR9s in these 600 ETEC. Don't do that. They're not going to last. You're going to have to change them in 500, 800 miles. It's not going to last. Get the good ones, the ones that it came for. If they don't cost at least $25, they're not the right spark plugs. First thing you're going to want to do is open this up, take the clutch cover off. That's got to come out of the way. There's one little pin here that secures it. Slide that pin out. Clutch cover will wiggle right out of there. All right, guys, so I took the first plug out. It was right there. I took it off. Not on camera, but I'm going to show you guys how to get the second one, the hard one, out on camera here. It's going to be back here. Let me get the light in there so it helps with the view a little bit. So these spark plug boots actually have a little plastic clip here, and you got to get a screwdriver in there to pop them loose, or they hold the boot on super tight and you can't get the plug out. So let's go ahead and rotate the boot like that so you can get at it, and you get a flathead screwdriver in here, and you can get it right between the opening on the boot, and you just push back. And sometimes you got to pull the boot to readjust. Some people say these are a pain. They were fighting with them for a while. It's not that bad. They don't want these plugs falling out. Sorry about the crappy camera angle. I'm actually just holding it because it's so tight in here. I couldn't do this. I couldn't get this on video without doing this. There we go. I popped the boot off there that time. There we go. So now she's loose. Pull the boot off there. There we go. Boot is off the plug. Right there. This little plastic guard right here just slides over it to keep it locked on so it'll never slide off the plug. But there we go. Spark plug exposed right there. We're going to go ahead and get in there with the socket wrench. And sorry about the bad camera work. It's just super, super tight in here. Trying to explain this and get in here is tight. Alright, guys, so I ended up getting in there. I got it all popped off. I got the socket on. You actually have to move the coolant line down a little bit. There's a coolant sensor as well, temp sensor, whatever you want to call it. You got to move the wire out of the way for that. You can fit a socket in there super, super tight. The more narrow and shorter socket you have and wrench, the better. But I got this broke loose, and we're going to go ahead and spin it out. Alright, guys, I don't even know if the video will do this any justice, but this spark plug is cooked. It's disgusting. That's a new spark plug right next to it. It's no good. So we're going to go ahead and get these new spark plugs in. First, we're going to indux the spark plug. I don't know if any of you guys know about that, but the strap here on the back of the spark plug cannot be facing up because it will be in way of the fuel injectors. So your spark plug has to be at a 90-degree angle or 180-degree angle like that, with the strap to the side or the strap down. The strap is up, it blocks the injector, and you will not be getting correct fuel into your engine. So we're gonna go ahead and index this plug. So go ahead and take your spark plugs, take a Sharpie, and right where the top of the strap is, right there, you're gonna wanna mark that. You're gonna wanna do that on both plugs. Now we know where the straps are. Now we can avoid having those hitting the injectors. Now it's time for the fun part. Let's get this plug all the way in the back. That one's the tight one. Alrighty guys, so I ended up getting both of those spark plugs back in. I got the boots on. I'm not gonna do the little boot clasp thingy that goes on top there. It's supposed to tighten down the boot so it won't come off the spark plug. I'm not putting those back on. I don't really see, it was kind of an over engineering thing. So, you know, the boot would never come off the spark plug because the spark plug should be good for, you know, 5,000 to 10,000 miles or whatever. My sled's just over 5,000 miles. I decided to replace the plugs before I go on a ride up north. So, you know, if I do 400 or 500 miles, I don't have to ever worry about spark plugs. They should be good for another 5,000 to 6,000 miles. So I did them. I'm not going to worry about the little covers. You shouldn't either. Another thing, if you're gonna stop by the store and get tools, get yourself an actual spark plug socket for these, because this came in handy on the near plug right here. I ended up sliding this over the spark plug, and I took a 3/4 inch wrench here, and you can hold this upside down when you get in there. You hold it at an angle like, actually, yep, like that. And you put it on top of the socket here, and you can use that to tighten up the socket, which is a lot better than trying to get this adjustable or your little socket wrench in there when it's super, super tight. I actually broke one of my spark plugs. I'll show you. This was coming out. This was on the way out. I actually shattered the porcelain on the spark plug, which was because I was trying to fit the socket in there with the wrench, and there wasn't enough clearance to get it in there, so I ran into that issue. So make sure if you're going to do this, it's really nice to have the spark plug wrench for these spark plugs, and then get yourself a 3/4 inch wrench, and you can just, you know, slide it right on top of there, and it gets you the leverage without having to need any extra clearance on the back side there. It's super tight, but it's super nice to be able to do this without taking the hood off. If you're going to do it, that's as easy as it gets right there. All right, anybody that was confused about me saying the coolant lines with the screwdriver, I'm sorry for saying that. I was just spewing a bunch of garbage. It's the fuel line for the fuel injector that you're gonna actually take a screwdriver, slide back behind here, and you just pull down on you stick it right up here against this bar here, and you pull up like that and press down on the fuel line that goes to the injector, and you gain a little bit of clearance so you can get your socket wrench straight so you can slide your socket on. I might not be explaining this great, but it's super possible. It's not super easy, but it's pretty easy. It's not a hard task at all. It took me like 15, 20 minutes, and it was my first time getting in there, and I got this thing all squared away. So it idles a lot better now. It was a little choppy before. You could hear a little misfire. It's a lot better. I did notice a little mousy nest on there. So after all, I might have been better off just tearing the hood off. But we'll get that vacuumed out, get that cleaned out. Thanks for watching the video, guys. If this helped you out, drop a thumbs up, subscribe, drop a comment if you have any questions. It was a pleasure doing another video with you guys. Peace.